Come on, big man. Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Not eating the tank. Let's go.
Drive.
Up.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Drive. Up. Let's go. Drive.
You got another one. You got another one. Come on. Drive.
Drive. Up.
Come on. Come on.
Let's go.
Go.
Come on.
Keep going. Keep going.
You got it. Another. Up. Another. Let's go.
Make him grow.
Drive. Up. Woo.
That's a ball game changer, eh?
Whoa, fuck, dude. Come on. I'm with you. Let's go.
Up. Let's go.
Go. Come on. Grab.
Keep it
Hold on.
going.
I'm with you. One more.
Another.
Come on.
Come on, you got it.
Go.
Let's go.
Don't bounce it.
Another.
Don't bounce it. Drive.
Drive.
Finish.
Let's go.
How's that feel?
You're no longer a groomsman.
You don't need that. 6. I got 10. Let's go. 4. At least.
Come on.
Bang him out.
Let's go. Drive. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Keep it going.
Come on, Earl.
Let's go.
3 and 4. Get mad.
Come on, let's go.
One more. Come on.
Let's go.
Last one. Bang him out.
Bang him out. Let's go. Keep it going.
3,
Come on.
4, 5.
Come on, don't stop. Let's
Come
go.
on.
Hang on, I'm just going out.
I heard the fucking.
Motherfucker.
I'm so proud of you.
Fuck you.
I'm so proud of you.
Come on, 2 more. Yep. Earn that shit, big dog. Come on, let's go. Yep.
All right, people, good morning. Welcome to the video and the first official installment of Operation 2025. Man, I am a little over 2 years from when I last stepped on stage, which does not seem that long. It does not seem like it was that long ago when Operation 2022, for those that are OG followers, will remember that prep. It was a good one. Was a good one. High standards. We got a lot to live up to. That was a banger of a season. But here we are, 55 weeks out from the prospected return to the stage in 2025. So today is May 18th, 2024, 6:30ish in the morning. As you can see, because it is May, it's not cold, it's not snowy, it's fantastic. We're walking. We got some pre on hand. A lot has changed in my life since I prepped last. I got a little baby now, little baby Beckham, as of the 15th of May, so just a few days ago. He is 1 month old, so as you can imagine, life is very different right now and very chaotic, but thankfully, we've got lots of support, and right now, anyways, we have Carrie's mom. So Beckham's grandma spent the night last night. She loves hanging out with that little baby, so she likes to come help us out when she can, which is very, very nice. Very grateful for that. So thankfully, I got a good night's sleep, so I'm ready to train. So I'm gonna finish this walk, and I'll catch you guys in the gym. You guys hear that? Hear the birds, hear the breeze. There's a river up there, you can hear that. But something I just want to kind of mention, because it might resonate with somebody, might be worthwhile information for somebody, is that I've tried to remove stimulus in certain areas of my life. So like these walks, I used to always listen to podcasts or listen to music, just something I used to listen to, you know, whatever. And like it was just noise, right? Just like stimulus, right? It's the best way I can describe it. And you know, I was reading, learning about you know, just like a constant state of like stimulation. This lighting is just not cooperating. But basically like what constant stimulation can do for you. So like we rarely anymore get moments of like peace, quiet, alone with our thoughts. Because we're always doing stuff, right? We're always, you know, listening to music, watching TV, scrolling social media, whatever it may be. So for me on these walks, I was like, that might be a good opportunity to just kind of remove that from my life for, you know, 15, 20, 30 minutes. And it's very nice, especially in the mornings. Like it's a very nice way to start the day, just like Zen. I wouldn't say I'm like a overly like meditative yogi type guy, but like this would be my best description of like my yoga, is walking and just like listening to nature, listening to the world. All right, I'm obviously not in the sticks, all right, so I wouldn't say that I'm like deep in nature, but you can still hear, you know, birds. It's a quiet area, so there's not like traffic. Get the odd car drive by at 6:30 in the morning, but you know, it's peaceful, right? It's a nice way to start the day. So if that's useful for anybody, comment below. If you think I'm being a quack, comment below. But yeah, we're almost home. Pre's almost done. And now we'll get in the gym. So, as you can see, we're still training at home. That has not changed. And honestly, with having a baby, this has been my saving grace, both mentally, but also from a bodybuilding perspective. I honestly, we talked about this on the Natty News Daily podcast that we did with Phil about like managing bodybuilding as a new parent, as a new dad. And honestly, without a home gym, I can see how like the dad bod would start to creep up a little bit. You know, it's extremely hard, especially at the beginning. You know, he's now finally starting to get into some sort of routine. Like he's still asleep right now and I've been up for like an hour. But the first up until just a couple days ago, that was not the case. And it's still very hit and miss. But like I can see how your ability to like go somewhere and train, and of course you can do like body weight stuff and you go for a jog once in a while, but like from like a bodybuilding standpoint, especially like serious like competitive bodybuilding, I can see how your ability to like train and do what you want to do would very much fall to the wayside. The first week he was home, you know, her mom thankfully stayed with us, so I was able to, you know, scoot out here, you know, the odd time during the day. But you know, if I had to go to the gym, and this is something I touched on in the podcast, like the closest good gym for me is 15 minutes or so. So you figure 15 minutes drive, I'm gonna want to be there probably like 45 minutes, ideally an hour, and then it's 15 minutes home. Like, you know, you're an hour and a half, 2 hours dedicated to the gym, which, you know, with a baby, it's tricky, right? Like obviously mom is, you know, doing a lot of the leg work right now, but you know, for me, I want to be the present father and supportive husband in every way that I can. So, you know, the thought of going to the gym for a couple hours, like not only do I not want to be away that long, but there's a lot of guilt that would come with that too, right? So we were house shopping, you know, way back in 2020. This was like a prerequisite, right? Not to this extent, like this gym is way more than I even envisioned having, at least at this stage of my life, but it was a space to have some sort of equipment in. And you know, at the beginning when we were thinking like, okay, if we're gonna get a home, you know, and we want a space to train, whether it's a little garage or a basement or whatever, you know, give me room for a squat rack, set of dumbbells, like I can make it work, you know what I mean? And you know, in 2020 when we were house shopping, it was like, okay, this place come up, and obviously you can see behind me the space. I was like, that'll work. And you know, fast forward now 4 years later, it's clearly proving its utility when it comes to navigating my training and stuff with having a baby. I still get up and train in the mornings. That hasn't changed. To be honest, some days I train on no sleep. Some days I train on a couple hours sleep. Some days like today I train on, you know, 5 or 6 hours sleep and I feel like $1 million. It's very situation dependent, but you know, obviously bodybuilding is still a very big and important part of my life. So I'm gonna kind of work around it as best I can. If you are a new parent, you know, because I've had some clients who are in very similar situation this last kind of 6-7 months. My best suggestion is don't stress about it if you can't train for a short period of time, because you're not gonna lose any significant progress. The biggest thing you might find is strength loss, but that comes back real quick. To actually lose muscle and any significant amount of muscle, you gotta be out of the gym and out of weight training for quite a long period of time. So don't stress about it. If it is a week or 2 or 3 or whatever, where you can't train, where you're training very minimally with like body weight stuff, or you have a couple dumbbells at home and some bands, you know, we're going back to quarantine days, but like you can make those workouts work for at least a short period of time. So don't stress about it. Be there for your family. That's the most important thing. You know, your fitness, your bodybuilding, that kind of stuff. Like it can be dialed back a little bit for the sake of making sure your family's taken care of, right? So, you know, if it wasn't for this space, I would be, you know, in those shoes where it's like, okay, what can I do with the situation I'm in, and just making the most of it, right? That's all you can do in those times. But enough rambling. We need to get the workout going. So right now, I am running a back specialization program courtesy of Cliff. Yes, I am obviously still working with Cliff Wilson. That has not changed. And we're coming up on 4 years. Him and I have been working together, which is pretty damn cool, and entering our second prep together. But so 5 training days a week. 2 of them are back days. One of them today's is a heavier day. So more like larger movements, lower rep range, and then another day we have higher rep work. So that's been fun. And then along with that, there's a chest day, there's delts and arms, and then I have 1 leg day right now, which is cool. But yeah, still doing the work at home. The odd time I've been going into a gym. You guys saw at the beginning of this video just some clips from a workout I did with Ural, who so graciously puked for us on camera, and Justin, and that's Follows, which is a new gym that just opened up here in Kingston month ago now, 2 months ago. Shout out to them, Brad and Elizabeth, for creating this unreal space for anybody who is serious about lifting in whatever realm that may be, whether it's bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman, whatever element you want a good gym to train at, and top tier equipment, top tier environment, god tier gym lighting for the sickest photos ever. Go check them out, because that is, in this area anyways, head and shoulders above the place to go. So I have been popping in there once in a while, and I'm going to continue to do so, because again, the place is sick. But yeah, enough of me rambling. I'm going to just snap some quick clips of what I do today, and then we'll touch base in a little bit. Okay, let's get into the fun part of this video. Plan of action. Here we go. Got a little notepad here. I was gonna do like a whiteboard, kind of map it all out for you, but I don't have a whiteboard except for the one in the garage, and that's got a bunch of like motivational stuff written on it that I didn't want to wipe off. So I'm gonna get another whiteboard so we can, when we do these conversations, I can be like, all right, whiteboard, because y'all can't really read this. So to answer the first question, because that's probably what a lot of people have been kind of curious about, is like, okay, Leroy, 55 weeks, is that a full 55 weeks of prep? And the short answer is no, but that doesn't mean it's not a 55-week kind of plan of action for that full period of time, right? So obviously a 55-week prep, like 55 weeks of full-on dieting in a deficit, is not necessarily what I have to do. So we've kind of mapped out the plan in place to get me from where I am right now to the stage in pretty much a year's time. So from May to August, roughly, the plan is to go down from my current weight and body comp, which is early 190s, 193 as of first official weigh-in, down to about between 178 and 180. For those that followed my last prep in 2022, you might remember I did this before where I was actually heavier. I was actually about 200 pounds and definitely softer than I am right now, but also potentially softer than necessary. I definitely think that push up over that off season from 2020 to 2022 was useful and fruitful as far as building my physique. But 200 was definitely the softest I'd ever been. I was huge. I felt big. I felt strong, but I was obviously carrying more body fat than normal for me. Definitely walking around at that body comp is relatively abnormal for what I like to do anyways. So this off season, we did not push up that high. I've pretty much peaked between 190 and 195 most of this off season, like for a top end, right? I've had very small periods of like I come down for a powerlifting meet last year, but it was like back down to like kind of 180, and then slowly worked my way back up, and for quite some time now been at this like 190, between 190 and 195 range. So don't want to start prep from there. I compete in typically like the early to mid 150s. So assuming I'm around there again, that's around 40 pounds, which to do in one stint is, it's tricky. It's not something I love to do both as a competitor and as a coach. I don't love losing all that weight in one shot. Now in comparison to how my last prep went to previous preps, it was way better doing like a stint of it, hanging out for a little bit, and then doing like the final like full prep from a leaner place. So like I said, trying to get down to like that 180 to like 178, 180 range. So roughly 10 to 15 pounds off this. And then we're going to hold that. Ideally, I can do that relatively easy. I'm going to do a video talking about like my nutrition and stuff more in depth. But right now, as a first official update from Cliff, we're around 2,900 calories for 6 days. And then a 7th day, which is like a high carb day, is around like 31, I think, down from what I was at, which was around like 3,300 on my normal days. And that's not even including like treats and stuff here and there. So it was probably like between 33 and 3,500 most days. So we're down to a little bit over 2,900. So a couple hundred calories right off the bat. And I suspect that'll get moving pretty easily. Hopefully we can kind of ride that out and not have to cut calories too much to get to that 180 spot. No formal cardio, something I didn't really do much of any last prep until the last couple weeks. So knock on wood, we can do that again. But I don't foresee us needing to implement any real structured cardio through this, at least, stint of dieting. I am on my feet pretty much all day, every day. So my expenditure naturally is quite high. So I'm hoping with this calorie stint and just normal lifestyle that we can scoot down to that 180 range. So let's just round it to August, okay? So it's mid-May, June, July, August, so maybe 10 to 15 pounds over the next 12-ish weeks. I think that's very doable. From August, now this is a guesstimate, but August to January is where I'm going to aim to maintain that weight. We're probably gonna try to bring calories up a little bit. What Cliff says goes. So if he's comfortable with where I'm at and we just kind of chill for that period of time, then that's what we'll do. But he might try to add some more calories in before we'd start a formal prep. So from August to end of the year, January, we're going to maintain around that 180. Again, in comparison to my last prep, is very similar to what I did when I cut down from that 200 to 180 for my wedding, which was in August. So again, kind of very similar time frame. And then I held that till about November, end of October, November when I started prep. So I'll have a little bit more time this go around to maintain that. Then, depending on when I solidify what shows I'm going to do, that'll dictate when I need to start prep. So plan is June to August. That's kind of my competitive window. I have shows in mind. Obviously, there's no dates yet, and there won't be official show dates until the end of the year for the 2025 season. But, with the targets that I have in mind, it's that beginning of June to beginning-ish of August that I will be competing in. So mapping back from that, January would be around a 28-week start of prep, at least till the first show, and then probably between like 34 or 36 weeks until the last show. That's a guesstimate, right? Depending on, again, what Cliff wants to do, I might be starting prep a little bit earlier than the beginning of January, just again, where the show dates fall, with how I'm looking, lifestyle factors. Obviously, you never know what's going to happen between now and then. I'm still navigating being a new parent and all the challenges that come with that. So that's roughly what I anticipate happening. That's kind of plan of action. So that breaks down that 55 weeks, right? So it's not 55 weeks of just, hardcore prepping. It's a stint of fat loss, a stint of maintenance, and then kicking off formal prep to go from if I'm like off season to like relatively beach lean, and then beach lean to like competition shredded. That's kind of the map that we're going with that. So that's it. That's what we're doing, guys. So I appreciate you watching. We're going to close the video out here. Again, just like last prep, the plan is to do my best to get one of these up every single week. Subject to each video, don't know what I'm going to talk about. Might be certain specific topics that I want to discuss in video. Maybe just a mashup of clips over the course of the week. It could be show day vlogs. I don't know what all is going to happen. Obviously, my life has changed a lot since I've prepped, and the ability to get content, create content is it's a smaller window of time that I have every single day now. So I'm gonna do my best. I know a lot of people loved watching that 2022 prep, and there's a lot of new followers, new friends, new clients that are interested in seeing me step on stage that didn't follow along last time, and people that have never seen me compete now, because it's been we're going on 3 years since I was last on stage, and there's a lot of new people around me that didn't get to follow along with that. So I want to document again to show people what I'm all about, and how we go from this to ideally a top level physique on show day. So thanks for watching, guys. Obviously, follow along on Natty News Daily. This used to be my own private YouTube channel, but we've since kind of consolidated everything through Natty News Daily. So you can obviously follow all my content, and then all Natty News content, James's content, anything that Dan does. We're kind of putting it all into one big pot, and just like spreading the love and documenting our processes within natural bodybuilding. So obviously, show some support to those guys. Natty News Daily on YouTube, on Instagram. My personal stuff, Leroy Rollins Fitness on Instagram. That's where you can find more frequent content. I still haven't decided, this is something I wanted to mention on before. I don't know if I'm going to do full physique updates until like 12 weeks out. I'm honestly considering keeping like everything under wraps for the most part from like now-ish. Might do an update at like 180. But then like from 180 to like 12 weeks out, which historically like around 160, and things are looking pretty cool by that time, I think I might like keep it a surprise. So we'll see. That's just thoughts bouncing around in my head. But I see this clip is almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to head out. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.